This is my official first day in Sri Lanka. Very excited to come here because I've never been here before. I love countries that I've never been to. It's actually not my first day. I flew from the Maldives yesterday, 2 days ago, very, very late in the night, so I slept in the airport. And I've slept in many airports around the world. Colombo was okay. There weren't a lot of seats that I could push together, but I met a tour guide there and he showed me the good place to sleep. So that was nice. I slept there for a night, then I stayed in Colombo. I didn't really want to stay in Colombo. I don't really like staying in the capital cities very much. I don't like big cities so much. I like getting out of the city as quickly as possible. So I wanted to leave Colombo as quick as possible, but I need to figure out where I'm going after Nepal. After Nepal, I've done almost all of Asia outside of the stands. I still have to do Pakistan, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan to finish Asia, or at least everything east of the Caspian Sea. So my biggest two problems are Pakistan and Afghanistan. And Pakistan is not so bad. The problem with Pakistan is the president or the prime minister keeps changing, and they keep changing the visa policy, and all the tour guides, they don't know what the visa policy is, so they're kind of confused. They don't know. Nobody has answers for Pakistan. Pakistan is really a pain to get a visa for. But, I mean, they're moving in the right direction. Before, it was very, very difficult to get a visa to Pakistan. Now, officially, you can get a visa on arrival if you go with a tour. So I hate doing tours, but if I don't do that, then I have to fly back to my passport's country. Wherever your passport is from, you have to fly back to that country and apply at the embassy. So I really don't want to do that. I've been trying to get a visa for Pakistan. I don't know what I'm going to do. The next biggest problem is Afghanistan. Afghanistan is its history has been aggressive with a lot of Western countries, so it's difficult to get a visa there. They're another country where you have to fly back to your home country and apply at the embassy. But I wanted to try in Sri Lanka. I went to the Afghanistan embassy and I met the really amazing secretary who works there, and the ambassador is quite friendly, warm, and kind, and he's really trying to help me. So he said I can get a visa if I get a no objection letter from my government. They're worried if I get kidnapped or something happens to me in Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, the embassy in Sri Lanka will be responsible, and they don't want anything to do with those relations, those political relations. So that's been a challenge. I'm waiting to hear. I went to the embassy, but my embassy has to contact my home country and talk to them, and I really don't like visas. I really don't like visa stuff. I feel bad, and I have it really, really good. It's quite easy for me to get visas in most countries. I can't even imagine how some people feel who find it very difficult to get visas. Anyway, that stuff aside, trying to get a visa to Afghanistan. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. But right now, I'm in Sri Lanka, and I'm enjoying Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is the pearl of the Indian Ocean. I was a little sad to leave the Maldives, because I made a really good friend in the Maldives, and it was nice. I mean, I could have stayed for much longer, and we could have had so much fun together. He was a really good guy. He was a martial artist. We have kindred hearts. So I was a little sad to leave the Maldives, but I'm really, really happy to be in Sri Lanka. I left Colombo last night, and I went to Anuradhapura. And Anuradhapura is about a 5.5 hour bus ride from Colombo. I would have taken the train. I'll always take a train. If I can choose my mode of transportation, car, motorbike, horse, jet ski, bus, airplane, or train, I will always, always, always choose train. But for some reason, all the people are on strike. All the train drivers are on strike now, so there are 0 trains running in Sri Lanka today and yesterday. So I guess it's bad luck for me. I don't know if it's bad luck or if it just always happens. I feel bad. I was kind of looking forward to taking a train, but I don't know why they're on strike. They're probably on strike for a good reason. So I hope the people get what they deserve, and I hope the government situates it all out. It's not a good look for, the country to come and have the entire train system shut down. So I feel kind of bad about that. But I took a bus, and the bus ride was It wasn't particularly long, and the road wasn't bad at all, but the volume of the music that was constantly played throughout the entire 5-hour journey was something that I really didn't need in my life. It reminded me of Jacko Island, when I went to Jacko Island in Timor-Leste, in East Timor. That ride, it was awful. That whole experience was really hard, getting from Dili to Jacko Island, and I think no one will ever understand what I went through, because like as I was driving to Jacko Island, all the roads were being fixed. So that was the biggest problem, was the roads were so bumpy and it was so loud, the music, and it was really a challenge. But I think that they're fixing the roads now, and hopefully, they'll get nicer buses and the bus driver will lower the music. But I think nobody will experience the roads as bad as when they were when I went. And probably 10 years before I went, people went, and it was even worse than that. So I don't know, but it was slightly reminiscent. It made me look back and remember my journey to Jacko Island in Timor-Leste, this Colombo Anuradhapura trip. And it really wasn't bad, but getting to Jacko Island was really tough. And it made me look back on that, and I hated it at the time, but it was nice to look back and think, wow, that was awful. This isn't that bad. So that was a benefit of that trip. Right now I am in the most famous place in Anuradhapura. I think it's called Jetavana. It's behind me. It's famous because, well, it's a religious site. It was the largest stupa in the entire world a long time ago. I think it was built around 1 BC. I believe it was 1 BC or 3 AD. Very, very long time ago. At the time, it's known as one of the 3 tallest structures of the ancient world. And I did a little research about it. I love stuff like that, like rankings. The tallest structure of the ancient world is, no surprise, the pyramids of Giza. And I was trying to find the second one. So this is the third one, which is quite tall, if you can tell. It's big. I was trying to figure out what the second tallest structure of the ancient world was. But I couldn't find it online. I think that the first 2 are the pyramids of Giza, because there are 3 pyramids of Giza, 3 main pyramids in Giza, Egypt, and I think the tallest 2 are the first 2 tallest wonders of the world, of the ancient world, and then this is the third, and I think the 3rd pyramid in Giza is maybe the 4th tallest, or something like that. But very tall. It's actually solid inside, so it's not like hollow. It's really big, and it's made out of these bricks. These very small bricks. It's pretty cool. It's pretty grand. I think it's nice, but it's not. There's another white one across the way, and it starts with I forgot the name. Sri Amyam. I'm really bad with the names here. I'm still getting used to the Sri Lankan language, but that one is actually housing some of the actual body parts of the Buddha. Are in that one. We don't actually know what's in this one. And they don't want to destroy it, so they're trying to figure it out now. But yeah, it's kind of like the pyramids. There's still ancient mysteries to be discovered, which I love. Yeah, another thing about Sri Lanka that I found is there's tons of hotels around here, or signboards that say hotel, but they're not actually hotels. They only serve food. They're like restaurants, but they say hotel. So that's kind of unique to Sri Lanka. I've never seen that anywhere else. And Colombo is much more advanced than I imagined. I thought Sri Lanka was going to be less advanced than India. That's probably a really bad assumption to make, but I think maybe a lot of people make that. And it's not true at all. I mean, after spending time in Mumbai and Delhi and some of the bigger cities in India, Colombo actually blows it out of the water. I mean, they're really advanced. And this isn't like a way to measure advancement, but they have like Taco Bell and McDonald's. And I mean, the McDonald's, it's not just McDonald's. They have like advanced McDonald's. You go in and you order on an iPad-like screen. I mean, they're pretty up-to-date McDonald's. So yeah, I mean, that's no way to judge advancement, but I was surprised. It wasn't what I was expecting. The Maldives, Malé, the city of Malé, is less advanced than Colombo by far. So I was pretty impressed with the technological advances of Colombo. Getting into Anuradhapura, it's a little more like what I expected. And yeah, This place is nice. The best thing about this place so far are the people. I find the people to be very, very different than Indian people. Definitely 100% different than Bangladeshi people, and different than the Maldives as well. The people are very different. They're very friendly. They smile. Indian people will smile as well if you smile at them. Bangladeshi people are very happy if you smile at them. Sri Lanka people will smile at you first. So I appreciate that. I really like that. And I'm enjoying it. The other thing is the climate. The weather is fantastic. It's so good. The wind picks up. Maybe because I was in the Maldives, and the Maldives was very, very hot. This is beautiful. I love this weather. And I'm going to eventually go down south, or at least south from here, Kandy. And people say the climate there is great as well. But first, I'm going to go to Sri Mabudi. We're going to go take a look inside. This place is special. This is a very special place in Sri Lanka. Behind me is the oldest recorded tree in history. So it may not be the oldest tree on the planet, but it's the oldest recorded tree. So there's an actual official record of this tree being brought to Sri Lanka and planted. And it's the oldest record in history around the world. So it's also a very holy place because people believe that one of the branches, I don't know if you can see, one of the branches with the gold holding it up is said to have been taken directly from the tree underneath which Buddha attained enlightenment. So it's a very, very holy place for people here. And I think that it's neat that it's the actually officially oldest recorded tree in history. I liked it, and it's kind of a good feeling. I like the energy here. It's very touristy. I mean, a lot of tourists come here because it's amazing how old it is. But I think it's nice. It's got good energy. Cool.